number 9 of this 21-day girl challenge. I'm so happy that you're back here with me today for an ab and booty workout. Let's go for it. We are going to get started with a 1 minute and 30-second plank. It's going to look like this: high plank, 30-second hold, followed by a 30-second hip dip that you can do on your knees, and then a 30-second leg lift. So let's do this day number 9 in 3, in 2, in 1. So we are going to meet here in this high plank, but you know your bodies, you know how you're feeling today. If you are for some reason dealing with any wrist issues, please know that this whole plank sequence can be done on your forearms. Really pushing the floor away from you. You just have a 10 seconds left in this hold. So remember, we're going to go into those hip dips. Getting ready for that in 3, in 2, in 1. So just tilting the hips from side to side. Remember, you can be on your knees, really targeting the obliques, and you're breathing through this. 20 more seconds, pushing the floor away from you, and of course you can be down on your forearms and doing the same thing. So instead of thinking about how fast we can go here, how much can you control this movement, draw the low belly in. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the kicker. We're going to go into some leg lifts. So lifting one leg up at a time. If you want, you can give it a try, maybe going down on your forearms just to alleviate a bit of pressure off of your wrist. Otherwise, you're staying right here, feeling the entire body activate. You're breathing through this. Check this out. You only have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Giving our wrists a little bit of a shake, we do have our next movement in a tabletop position, but you can go down on your forearms if ever you're feeling any sort of wrist issues. Meaning in a tabletop position, we're going to be starting with a fire hydrant. So you're just going to bring the knee out and in. You decide if you either want to point your toes or flex them down towards the floor. And then after a couple moments, you're going to stay to the side. You're going to give me a pulse, and then we're going to go into our donkey kick. Same thing, couple of moments. You're going to give me a pulse, and then we're just going to go a mix between a fire hydrant and a donkey kick before we go and do it on the other side. So just really targeting our booty. So again, you can do this on your forearms, choosing whichever leg you would like to start with. We are going to get started in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. So again, just beginning with that fire hydrant position to activate the outer glute here. These ones really get me right away. So if you are in this tabletop position, again, you're pushing the floor away from you. Draw the lower belly in, maintaining a neutral spine. So you have your pulse coming up here in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back. We're going to go into your donkey kicks now. So for your donkey kicks, I do encourage you to maybe flex your toes down towards the floor. Again, you can be down on your forearms. Chin is away from your chest so that you're not dropping your head all the way down. You are maintaining some length in your spine. Just a couple more seconds here in this donkey kick before we go into that pulse. And then we're just doing that variation of mixing the movement, fire hydrant and donkey kick, to end this short little booty workout on whichever leg you're working right now. So getting ready for that pulse in 3, in 2, in 1. We pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg down to the side, in, up, and lower. We go side, in, up, and down. Side, in, up, and down. Give me just 15 more seconds of this. We'll take a short little break, and then we'll do it on the other side. Good. Breathe through this. Last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick quick shake it out, quick massage. Let's do this on the opposite leg. Again, you can come down your forearms if your wrists are feeling tender. Let's do the other side. Get ready. 3 and 2 and 1. Remember, we are going to begin with those fire hydrants. So just bringing the leg out to the side, again, targeting the outer glute here. Breathing through it. You don't have to go super fast. You have that first pulse coming up in 3, in 2, in 1. Knee pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it up and in. You go up and down, up and down. I always realize when I come, especially into these donkey kicks, my alignment's a little bit wonky, especially if I don't have a mirror. So just making sure that you are keeping the hips aligned, flexing the toes down towards the floor if you can. All right, so you have your donkey kick pulse coming up here in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. We pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're almost at the end. To the side. In, up, and lower. We go side, in, up, and down. Last few seconds. Breathing through this. Good. A little bit more. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake, shake, shake. Let's give our wrists and our glutes a little bit of a break. Moving into some hit core, the first move we are going to do is a Russian twist. Just as a reminder for your Russian twist, if your hips and low back are feeling good, maybe you're lifting the legs up and you're bringing the upper body back slightly. Maybe you're digging the heels in towards the mat as you bring the upper body back slightly, or keep your feet down on the mat. You can either clasp your hands together or have them straight. You're just going to twist from side to side to really activate the obliques. 20 seconds with a 10-second hold, holding either with your feet down or slightly up. If you're up for the challenge, you can also straighten the legs. Then we're going to slowly come down towards our mat to activate our lower core. We're going to go into a double leg stretch. So bringing the knees in towards the chest. Inhale as you extend arms and legs. Exhale as you crunch it in. You can do this with your shoulder blades down. 20 seconds. 10 seconds afterwards, you're going to come into a flutter. So just fluttering your legs. Again, you can bring your arms by the side or underneath the glutes. You can keep your shoulder blades down as well. Flutter for 10 seconds before we slowly come back up. And we go right into those Russian twists. Take your time. Pay attention to how your bodies are feeling and do the modifications when you need to. Get ready. Hit core in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this Russian twist. So especially for me, I feel because my hips are quite tight, I like to keep my feet down towards the mat just to really make sure that I'm actually working the core and not the hips. 3 and 2 and 1. You have a 10-second hold. Maybe seeing if you can hold with your feet hovering up. Maybe they're straight, but you have 3 and 2 and 1. Double leg stretch. These come in, extend it out. In and out. Especially in this movement, I really encourage you to link your breath with your movement. Can you inhale as you extend? Exhale as you crunch it in. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you crush it in. 3, 2, 1. We flutter. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up Russian twist. Good. So again, doing whatever modification feels best for you today. Breathing through this. Maybe you're exhaling every single time you twist. 3 and 2 and 1. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, double leg stretch. Bring the knees in, extend it out. Ooh, a little too close to the door. Extend it out, breathing through this. You just have 10 more seconds. Remember, you can always lower the shoulder blades down towards the mat for 3, for 2, for 1. You flutter 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. This is it. We're going to come into those Russian twists for the very last time today. So twisting from side to side, you just have 10 more seconds. Really feeling this twist. Feel your obliques work as you control the twist from side to side. 3 and 2 and 1. You have that 10-second hold. Just holding. I find the holds to be much more challenging than a pulse, but that's just me. 3 and 2 and 1. Come down, double leg stretch. Let's do this last time. Bringing the legs up a little bit higher. If you feel the low back peel up off the mat, we really want to make sure that when we're working our lower core, the lower back stays glued to your mat so that you're protecting the low back. 3 and 2 and 1. We flutter 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice job. Slowly coming down towards our mat. We're going to be doing a move where we call it the Jane Fonda. I'm not really sure what it's called. Side leg lift. You can either choose to be up on your forearms. It might feel good to just keep cradle your head in your hands. So you can have your legs a little bit closer towards you, or they're really in a straight line beside you. The top leg, here's what it's going to do. It's going to go up, down, up, down. So now you know why we call it the Jane Fonda. Then we are going to do some foot taps forward and back. So you're going to bring the leg up. You're going to do 2 taps forward. Inhale it back up. 2 taps back. And then so on and so forth. Continuously doing this before eventually just going to keep it up. You're going to give me tiny little pulses before we do it on the other side. You can also just completely lie down, even have your head down on the mat as well. So let's get started with that in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Up and hover, up and down. So flex your toes in towards the face. This just allows your leg to be as straight, as long as you can have it. Really engaging everything in your leg when you flex your toes in towards the face. So feeling this here in the outer leg, especially in the outer glute. Breathing here. We're going to be bringing the leg up and down for a couple more moments, so staying with it. All right, so remember, the next thing that we're going to do are those taps forward and then back, and really look to control the movement. Getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is it. So tap, tap, up. Tap, tap, up. If you can, I really want you to pay attention to continuously flex your toes in towards the face. I personally like for levers just to bring my opposite hand just a little bit in front of me to stabilize myself so I don't move too much forward and back. All right, so starting to feel that burn. Jane Fonda, here we go. You have that final pulse coming up here. Get ready. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We pulse it up, woo, up and up and up. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Letting that go. Let's try it on the other side. That was no joke, really creeps in on you. So getting into your comfortable position, we're going to get started in 3, in 2, in 1. Remember, we begin by just bringing our leg up and down. Continuously flex your toes in towards the face. Oh my goodness, it feels so easy on this side, but I know it's going to burn soon. So again, we are here for a couple more moments, so just breathing through it. Remember, if I'm going too fast or too slow for you, you can always decide to go at your own pace. We have those foot taps coming up, so breathing through it, Getting ready for your foot taps in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You go. Tap, tap, up. Tap, tap, up. Good. Tap, tap, up. And tap, tap, up. This is what really gets me. These taps is when I really feel that burn. I feel the outer glute just on fire, which is good. These HIIT Pilates movements really targeting our muscles, our little tiny little muscles, and also working to their maximum. So remember, you have that final pulse. You only have a couple more seconds here. Inhaling the leg up, tapping it back. Get ready for that final pulse in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up and up and up and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Legs. Really feeling it already. I love it. Let's give the legs a break. Work into our final HIIT core for the day. Tabletop crunch. Your legs are at a 90-degree angle. Flex your toes in towards the face. Keep the knees back in line with your hips. Interlace your hands behind your head. Pretty simple today. You're just going to go up and lower. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, we're just going to hold and repeat. We're just going to do this a couple times. If the hips are feeling tight at all, just lower them down. Give me some normal crunches. Final core for today, day number 9. You're doing awesome. Let's go into our tabletop crunches in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Up and down, up and down. So lifting the shoulder blades up a little bit higher every single time, paying attention to the low back. You want to keep it. Press down towards the floor, knees back. 3 and 2 and 1. You hold for 10 seconds. If you feel like you don't need your hands, you can bring them just by the side here. Maybe you're able to lift the shoulder blades up just a bit higher for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's do this. Down and up. Remember, at any point here, you can lower the feet down towards your mat. We definitely don't want to feel any tension in our hips. And I know in this movement, in our Russian twist, our hips sometimes get pretty tight. 3 and 2 and 1. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Down and up, down and up. Breathe. Maybe giving me an exhale every single time. You have less than 10 seconds left. Really flex your toes in towards the face. Getting ready for that hold in 3, in 2, in 1. Hold at the top. Can you lift the shoulder blades up just a little bit higher? You have your final round coming up in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Final time to work your core for today. So really making it count. Trying to go a little bit further. Maybe that means you're lifting the shoulder blades up just a little bit higher. Maybe you're pausing at the top to get as high as you can. You have your final hold in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have 3 rounds of bridges to end this workout to really get into our glutes. We are going to begin in a normal bridge, so bringing your feet about 6 inches apart, hip distance apart. Remember, we want to maintain our neutral spine. If you're using a weight, you can absolutely bring a weight to your hips, but with the movements that we're going to be doing, you might not need it, or you can lower it at any point. So arms by your side, palms pressed down towards the floor. We're going to get ready to move our hips up and down in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Up and lower, up and down, up and lower, up and down. So starting to pay attention to our knees. Sometimes when we're not really engaging our inner thighs, our knees, they start to go in and out. Let's see if we can really stabilize them. Firing up your inner thighs, controlling the movement, hovering the glutes over the mat every single time, really squeezing at the top. We have some heel raises coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hips lifted. Lift your heels up. Hips stay up, heels go down and up, down and up. Breathe. Make sure we're not clenching our teeth at all. We're softening the face. Good. The core stays super strong. So the reason why we really engage our core is to help protect the low back. Keep your glutes squeezed tight together. Keep them elevated. We're going to go back to moving your hips down and up in 3, in 2, in 1. Heels up, hips down and up. Woo! Down and up. You got it. Down and up. Down and up. You can link your breath with your movement. Maybe exhaling every single time you lift your hips up towards the ceiling. And down. And down. Good. To finish up this first round of bridges here, we are going to end with a pulse. If it's too much to have your heels up, you can always lower them down. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse it. Pulse and pulse, pulse and pulse. Breathe. Tiny little squeezes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stomach in, glutes tight. Good. Breathe through the burn for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. We're going to go into our butterfly bridges next. So the soles of the feet together, the knees come apart. If this is too much for the heels or just feels weird, you can do this whole thing in a wide-legged bridge. Otherwise, soles of the feet together, knees apart, arms by your side. In 3, in 2, in 1. Our hips go up and down, up and down. We squeeze and down, squeeze and down. I always find these butterfly bridges or diamond bridges, whatever you want to call them, these one I really feel the burn, really feeling the shake. I don't know if it's just the way the feet are in this position, but gets me every time. All right, so not a lot of movement in this round of bridges. We just have 2 more movements. So the second movement we're going to do is bring our knees in and out, and then we're going to do a final pulse, all right? So we're going to move our knees in and out, coming up here in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. So keep your hips up. All you're going to do is bring the knees in and out. Woo! In and out. Good. In and out. Inner thighs on fire. We go in, we go out. Glutes on fire. Breathe through it. Remember, we just have 1 more pulse. So the final pulse that we're going to do, we're actually going to keep our knees out, and we're just going to pulse the hips up towards the sky. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse it up and up and up and up. Let's squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Breathe up and pulse and pulse and pulse. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let it go. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Alrighty, so for your final round of bridges, we're just going to go into a 1-legged bridge to really isolate our 1 glute. So pick whatever side you want to start with. I usually start with my right side just to switch things up. I'm going to start with my left leg up towards the ceiling. Get ready. 3 and 2 and 1. You got this. Up and lower, up and down. So whatever foot you have on the mat, I really want you to press the big toe down towards the mat as you lift your hips up. So we don't have too much time here. I know it gets pretty intense right away. I'm doing this with you. So you have your final pulse coming up in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, woo, 3, 2, 1. One leg down, other leg up. Good. Up and down, up and down. Remember, you're pressing the big toe down towards the mat as you lift the hips up. Squeeze and down. Core stays strong. Really continuously protecting the low back. You're not clenching the teeth. Remember, you're never holding your breath. You're using the breath. Maybe exhaling every single time you lift your hips up. You're almost at that final pulse. Stay with it. You got this. This is the last thing that we're doing today. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Big, big squeeze. Awesome work. So that's it for day number 9. Congratulations on completing today. I really hope you can give yourself a nice stretch, and I'll see you tomorrow for day number 10.